I was on the way to my weekly volunteer work, a job done with acupuncturists, when I started to feel ill. I couldn't concentrate myself. I had shortness of air, disorientation, and strong tachycardia. I was driving through a speedy and heavily transit route, and I was alone. I wanted to stop, but there was no shoulder on the route. Then I prayed, begging God to take me from that place, otherwise there could happen a huge accident. I don't know how, but after praying I could drive back home without exactly realizing how. I drove in the parking place of the condominium where I live. I parked in the parking space, and I couldn't get out of the car. My legs didn't obey me. I had no strength. Then I thought, I will stay here until I feel better. I closed the car door and installed myself in the driver's seat. After this, everything became worse. The tachycardia increased, and I saw, as in a cinema, the film of my life. Images from the present went gradually backwards to my birth, as if it was a tomography scan, with cross-sections. Then it moved back from the birth to the present time, showing the answers I have searched for all my life, all the whys of my paths. Then it looked like as if the sky had opened, and I saw a very strong and stunning light, as strong as the sun, but it was white, and it didn't impair the vision. The light came closer as if it was stars' rain, like the scene in the film Star Trek, when the spacecraft enters in the cyberspace. There was an indescribable feeling of well-being, peace, gladness, freedom, unknown and unconditional love. Everything was the light. I didn't feel my physical body. It seemed as if I was part of that light. I looked for some image within the light, and I couldn't see any. I could only feel the vastness of the space. Then I heard a voice that called me. It was a male voice, firm and loving. He said that my mission had been accomplished. I let myself go. I wished to be there for the eternity. I didn't want to come back. He said, I am going to show you some things. Then, in the distance, I saw a globe that looked like the moon during an eclipse. He said, that is the earth, and I saw many points of light in the globe. Then he said, in every point of light there is someone praying. If all the people on earth could pray, it would look like that, and the earth became illuminated as the sun. But so is not, and the globe darkened again. He told me, you had been searching a great deal, studying, and reading too much, but not what you should have read. Why didn't you read it? I asked him what hadn't I read. He replied, the Bible. All that you should know is there, it is sufficient. I said, I tried to read it, but I didn't understand it. It is too complex for me. He said, now you are going to understand. And he called me again. Come, your mission is accomplished. Then, in a fraction of a second, I thought of my twin daughters, 15 years old by that time, and I said, my mission is not accomplished. He asked, what is missing? I answered, I still need to prepare my daughters for life. They need me. Then he said, go, carry out your mission, teach what you had learned, but don't forget one thing. Never blacken your consciousness, because this is the only thing you will carry with you. After that, the sky closed and the light disappeared. My heart decelerated and I felt well. I looked at my watch and it was 6 p.m. The time was 2 p.m. when I drove into Marginal Pineros. I guess I had been in this state for nearly 3 hours. I got out from the car and one sentence echoed in my mind. Not all the paths are for every wanderer. And it went on and on. It was the same voice from the light. I decided then to write it down on a piece of paper, and for my surprise, sentence after sentence came to me as a dictation, constructing a text that I here transcribe. The path. Not all the paths are for every wanderer. When the wanderer is ready and from the depths of his soul begs the universe, that all the necessary forces should be moved, all necessary breakthroughs should be completed to achieve justice, not a unilateral and arbitrary justice, but the universal justice. Then the path will throw the door wide open ahead of you. Not all follow alike paths, but all the paths have one destination, which is the light. Those who have more knowledge and discernment are responsible for mentoring the ones that come after, as they have taken the first steps. They will follow him as they trust on him. He got already sufficient moral and spiritual baggage. He knows his responsibility. He is his own judge. Then when the time comes, be prepared, because there is no time. Time is finishing. Assume your positions as leaders, but let also be guided. You should meet each other, but just at the right moment. You couldn't follow alone. Each one of you knows that possesses capacity to mentor, but only those who had seen the light. So get down to work. Take the hand of your companion. Mentor him on the way, and orientate yourself with the one that is ahead. Don't be afraid. Don't look down. It is simpler than you imagine. Don't forget that I am always and forever here. As I am in the whole universe. You have already known me. You have felt my unconditional love. What has happened was only for your own development, and for you to wish seeing the light again. Now you are ready. You know what must be done. Come, I am waiting for you. We will follow hand in hand, and we will join again, as we all are just one. The body is just one more path. Message received in 20th August 2007. The message has touched me, and I decided to read the Bible. The interesting fact is that I started to understand what I couldn't before. It was as if my mind had been upgraded. I have been reading and studying the Bible since then. The feelings I got from this experience lasted for many days. I felt myself in a state of grace.